outdoors. It's November 28th, and we're right in the middle of pecan season. You know what pecans are, and you have them for Thanksgiving and the holidays, pecan pie, and it's one of my favorite nuts. They have pecan orchards around here, but probably half of the pecans that are sold commercially come from the homesteads here in Alabama and Georgia and in the South. That's right, just people like you and me who go out in their yards and pick up all these pecans, and then they take them to the wholesaler. They get so much per pound, and that money comes in handy this time of the year. There's a lot of people here in the state of Alabama, like all the other states in this country, that are finding some financial hardships. And it sure does come in handy when their trees produce a good crop of pecans, and it's a source of extra money. And that money is spent in the local stores, for food, for clothing, or whatever, and it helps the economy. So we're going to show you just exactly the process that we use to collect pecans here in South Alabama. So stay tuned here in the great outdoors.
Not only do the pecan trees supply the pecans for us to sell, but they make great homes for some of the local wildlife. Squirrels and even big crows love to get their hands and beaks on pecans. But the first thing is, after they fall, you're going to have to pick them up. Now there's a number of ways that you can do that. By a roller, which is a small little broom type thing that's got a metal ball on it, and as you roll over the pecans get picked up into the ball, and when that gets full, then you dump them into your container. Or you can get down on your knees and pick them up by hand. But a lot of times they don't just all fall to the ground. We're still working on almost 3 months of picking them up, and there's probably still, well, there's quite a few still up on the tree. So getting down and picking them up by hand and with the roller do no good when they're in the tree. So we had to come up with some alternatives like this. Yeah, that's right. Find some young kids who are brave enough to climb the tree and use their legs to hit the branches or shake the tree to knock the pecans onto the ground. I tried climbing the tree one time, and I really wasn't crazy about it. But we got David Geller. He came down with his friends, and he had some great success when he hit this branch. I was trying to videotape the pecans falling from the tree, and little success. One of them hit me right square in the forehead. It must be great to be young again, have the energy that these young boys did. But they were really a lot of help. They knocked down half a ton of pecans, and of course next step would be to roll those up. As I was rolling up, the boys was still trying to get up the tree, and
what's your name,
they
man?
decided to get the ladder, and they went up the tree, and everything that was picked up or knocked down what they could get. The next step is to put all the pecans into a special container and check them, make sure there's no worms or any problems with the pecan. Any bad ones that you find, they have to be pulled out, because if when the guy checks the pecans down at the market, if they find them in them, you either get a lower price or they won't take them. Usually if there's a problem, it's usually a hole in it. The pecans that pass inspection are put in a bag and taken to the market. Well, the bags are full, and it's off to the market we go. once we get to the market, you usually have to wait in line. We have a guy that comes out and he takes your pecans, he looks through them. Usually they put them in their bin that they have to look through them, and then they put them in the sacks. And the sacks are taken in and put on a scale. Gail likes to take her pecans to Fred's down in Enterprise. They treat her well and give her a fair price. And that's really what you want. You know, there's a lot of manual labor that goes into this. This is the sorting bin. You dump the pecans in there, and then you go through and pick out the bad ones and put them in a bag. At the market, they'll start to sort them again, just to make sure they're not getting gypped. Here you see the inspector cracking pecans open to see that the meat of the nut is actually consumable. Gail had two types of pecans with her today. One was the seedlings, and the other one were the small Stewarts. Those are the Stewarts there. They're bigger pecans, but they're not quite as many as those this year as there are the small ones. Well, this inspection is the moment in truth here in the pecan business, because after they approve them, they're taken in to be weighed, and you're told how much you're going to get a pound, and they tell you how many pounds, and that's the money you're going to get. Well, for the big ones, we got 9 pounds, and there is a bunch of pecans that other people have brought in. There's a lot of people that are dependent on the pecan industry for that extra money. Well, that wasn't bad for a day's work. $46 for all those pecans, and that was like her 7th or 8th trip. And you know, we're retired, and anyway you can get a hold of a few dollars for food and medicine and things, it really helps. And I'm telling you that God provides for us through this pecan crop, and it's just a blessing. There may be enough pecans left on the trees for one more trip. We'll see. Gail's got all kinds of different pecan trees, from little skinny ones to ones that are got a lot of just branches with big trunks. The ones in the front are younger trees, and they're more of a Stewart brand than the others. You see, they have regular trunks like regular trees. His poor soul, it's been hit by lightning and survived a hurricane, and it's split up the middle, and it goes all the way through all the branches up to the top. And the squirrels love it because they can just go up and down through the middle of the tree, and they can get away from the dogs. Now the ones in the back, well, they're a little different. They have a very small trunk, and their main branches are probably over 100 to 120 feet in length, going up into the air. And they are susceptible to high winds and broken limbs. There's 2 of them sitting side by side. They really haven't produced a whole lot in the last couple of years. And Gal's thinking that maybe they need to be cut back. See, there's no stump to these trees, and that makes them a special brand, and I don't know what kind they are, but they've just got long branches.
You see the stubborn pecans. These are the ones that just refuse to come down, and they'll stay up there. I mean, we've had heavy winds, rain, and they're still up there. The only way to get them down is with something that you can pull up there or shake the tree. And that's what they do on the big farms. They have tree shakers. These are a few of the pecans that I just picked up that the rain had knocked down. Now comes to the fun part. I get to try one. That's it. I'll make sure we have a good one. These are kind of soft shell compared to the some that are so hard and so thick that you just can't get into them. Beautiful. Look at that meat. You know, if you had like pecans and that, yeah, is so good. Hit them with a hammer is the best way to get them out, because they come out pieces. Just getting hit with a hammer ain't the best one to get out here. That's the pecan. You know, whatever is good is a bad. Try to make sure that's happening. But you can enjoy the pecan.
It seems that the work just never seems to get done. It's that time of the year where the Christmas lights have to go up, and they're in big giant balls, and it took an hour to get them straightened out. But we decorated the front of the house and made the young lady happy, and that's what this is all about. But I'd just like to say thanks for joining us here in the great outdoors, and we look for you the next time here in the great outdoors.